Odric and Talia were almost successful in fending off the vampires, had it not for Enrica's trickery. Talia was captured by Enrica's lesser vampires and used her as a hostage to force Odric to obey. She threatened to kill Talia if Odric will not submit. Enrica raised the sword in her hand, and just as she was about to land a deadly blow to Talia, Odric jumped in between them. Odric received the deadly blow and accepted the full force of the attack across his chest. Blood spurted and spilled out of him like a fountain. The damage Odric received was highly fatal. Coughing and spitting, Odric stared into Talia's eyes as the last bit of life within him drained away. Talia cried, begging him not to die. The loss of so much blood made Odric weaker. Enrica saw this opportunity and flew to him to give her a vampire's kiss. Odric couldn't resist. Odric was finally beaten, finally to be transformed into a vampire. The vampires and Enrica reveled at this victory, but it was a brief victory. Suddenly, the lesser vampires that Odric and Talia fought burst inside out. Whatever magic Odric used, finally it's working against them. Enrica also sensed holy water in Odric's blood, which made her condemn the blood she sucked from him. Odric is known as a master tactician after all, and his tactics worked. Enrica was appalled by this turn of events. She directed her attention to Talia, deciding to kill her and end this skirmish once and for all. But then, a deafening scream resounded inside the chapel. Standing anew was this enraged man, eyes glowing crimson red, fangs flashing, and the sword of Avacyn shining brighter than ever. He charged towards Enrica, wanting to land a finishing blow. This frightened the Lady Bloodsucker. She turned into mist and escaped hurriedly, away from this man's anger. Odric stood silent, trying to understand what had happened to him. Talia, unsure of what happened to her ally, asked if it was still Odric inside this new body. Odric gazed at his sword. It was shining so bright as if saying Angel Avacyn was still blessing him, despite his long fangs and glowing crimson eyes. Odric saw his reflection on the sword and saw not a monster, but a man. A man in peace, and a man whose faith is renewed. Odric turned to Talia and gave her the assurance that it was still him inside this new vampiric body. You either die a hero or live long enough to become what you despise.